Hey everyone, welcome to Cove Students. My name is Madison, and whether it's your first time here or you've been joining us for a few weeks now, we want to welcome you. If it is your first time, we are so excited that you chose tonight to join us. If you would, drop a comment below so that we can get you connected. We know that even in quarantine, relationships are so important, and so now's the time to pull out your phone, call your friends, call somebody in your life group to watch the service together. If you aren't in a life group, we want to get you in one, so drop a comment or an emoji below and we will get you plugged in. All right, so with all that to say, we're going to get into the service. Hey guys, welcome back to Cove Students. I'm Maddie and this is Vanessa, and today we are going to be doing a new segment that we're calling Q&A with Cove Students. And so this is where we're going to be answering questions for you guys, from you guys that you sent in on our Instagram. So let's kick it off with the first question. Vanessa, where is the first restaurant you're going to post-quarantine?
So I have a whole plan. I've thought about this, and the first place I'm going to is Buffalo Wild Wings. I know what I'm getting: a small order of traditional mild buffalo wings with fries, extra ranch, fried pickles, and a Dr. Pepper. I'm ready. Where are you gonna go?
So first off, before I even think about the food, I'm going to get my eyelashes done, and once I start looking right again, I'm taking my party to the Olive Garden. Nicholas Jordan will meet you there.
And the very first question is which restaurant are you going to go to post-quarantine? Nigel, what do you think?
Oh, dude, that's easy.
Easy. You
That's
thought about
really
this.
easy. Oh, of course I've thought about it. I mean, I'm sure everybody has. Red Robin, for sure.
Okay.
Red Robin. I know exactly what I'm going to order.
Okay, hit me with
I'm
it.
getting a Royal Red Robin. That's the cheeseburger with the egg on it
I believe you.
and bacon and just everything else.
Okay, okay.
And I'll probably get at least 4 orders of fries.
Endless fries.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to have 2 answers.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So for
Give it
me,
to me.
my fast food answer is Chick-fil-A. I'm going to hit Chick-fil-A. I'm going to rack up those points.
Right.
And then my set down answer is I'm
Okay.
going to Chili's. 3 for $10. Do not hate on
Okay.
Chili's. Oh
Hey,
my
there's
gosh, get out of
nothing
here.
wrong with Chili's, man.
Love me some Chili's. 3 for $10. Chips and salsa
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Book my
Nice.
reservation now.
So the next question we got from you guys is how to cope with anxiety. And Madison and I have talked a lot about this, so I'd love to kind of get your input on this.
Yeah, so anxiety is something that I have struggled with for majority of my life now, and so it's really taken me figuring out some tangible things that I can do, because anxiety looks different for me in every season. And in this season, it's looked a lot like waking up at 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning, kind of in a panic and not knowing what to do. And so one of the things that I've been doing is putting on just worship music when I do wake up, and reading through my Bible app, because I know what it's like to try to deal with those anxious thoughts and feelings by myself. And I know that when I do that, I kind of just end up spiraling, and it's not good. But I know that when my anxiety and God meet, my anxiety doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
When I'm awake at 3 and 4 a.m., when I'm spiraling, when I'm at my weakest, I know that through God and through His strength and through His power, I can overcome that. And another thing that is really important to me is knowing that anxiety is something that may always be a part of my story, and that's okay. It's not going to take one time at 4 a.m. to get over it and it be done. I just know that I can tap into things like scripture and prayer and worship music, and that I'm able to fight through that.
Next question is, how do I cope with anxiety?
That's a good one.
Man, this is such a good question. So anxiety and stress levels have just been rising continuously, but now even in the quarantine, it's even worse because there's so much uncertainty. And this is actually where anxiety lies. This is the root of it, is uncertainty. It's what if. It's the worst case scenario in your head. And that in part is why anxiety feels so powerful, because the possibilities are endless in your head, right? And so the way you defeat that is you got to set your mind on God, who is constant, who never changes, who is always with us. And I would to the person who is struggling with anxiety, I would point you to two scriptures. The first scripture I'd point you to is Isaiah 26:3, which says, "You keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." Right? And then the second scripture I'd point you to is Philippians 4:6-7, which kind of echoes that same thing, but it says, "Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He's done. Then you will experience God's peace." And so what both those scriptures are pretty much telling us is that if the way we get to peace, the way we get away from anxiety is by setting our minds on the Lord. And so the short answer for you, you want to disarm anxiety, you gotta get your mind on God and who He is and on His promises.
That's good, man.
Okay, so the next question is, how do I hear God's voice?
Yeah, so I would say the biggest thing is to be intentional. And I'm kind of going to give you a picture of what this can look like. So I can call Maddie and tell her, hey, I need your help with this thing. And I'm just going to keep going and talking and talking and talking and talking and then saying, okay, bye, and hang up. I never gave her a chance to actually respond back to what I was saying. And it's the same thing with God. We can go to Him in prayer, we could journal about it, and then close it up and be like, okay, awesome, I did it. God, where are you at? Or even for me, when I first started my journey with Jesus, it literally felt like anytime I opened the Bible, it was like, boom, this is the verse I need. Like, how did this happen? The wind perfectly blew, like a Disney movie. I don't know. But the thing is, now it's harder. Like, I have to seek that. I have to be intentional about sitting down and finding a word for myself, because it's not just going to appear out of nowhere. And my best friend always tells me, and sometimes it gets on my nerves because he says it so much, but he always says, God's voice is in the whisper. Yeah. And I'm a person who kind of just overcharges it. I know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to do it. If you don't give me the answer I want, you could tell me your opinion. I'm going to be stubborn and do what I want to do anyways. And he reminded me, it's in the still whisper. It's in that small voice. And if you're not being intentional and slowing down to hear it, you just won't know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I can ask her for advice all day. I can ask him for advice all day. If I don't listen to what he's saying, I'm going to leave the conversation feeling like, hey, you didn't help me at all. And I challenge you, when you're trying to hear God's voice and you sit down to do that, how are you doing it? Are you just marking it off the box? I threw all these things out there, where's my text message? Where's my dream to wake me up? God, where are you at? But slow down and be intentional with hearing God's voice, because it is in that small, still whisper, as annoying as it sounds. It really is true.
All right, guys, so our next question is, and this is a fun one.
Ooh, I'm ready for a fun
I love
one.
the fun ones. All right. This one says, how many rolls of toilet paper do you have in your house?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
That's top secret information,
Yeah,
Nigel. What do you
yeah.
think?
Y'all getting into my business right now. Okay. Well, I have a unique situation where I live by myself. So that's one of those things that I don't really run out of that often.
Sure.
So I would say right now, I got a solid whole 4-pack left right now. And that'll probably last me another
Pack of 4 or 4
Yeah.
individual packs?
pack of 4.
Pack of 4.
I'm not gluttonous.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not a hoarder.
good.
I'm not a hoarder, I promise.
Okay. You're making me look bad, bro. We got 12 right now.
You're one of those people. Oh.
Hey, man, I got
Jeez.
a wife. I got an 8-year-old. I got a puppy.
Yeah, you got a whole family.
I got
That's
a baby on the
understandable.
way.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah. Just enough.
Yeah, I get it. All right, so the next question we got is, how do we recreate church at home? I'm sure that's one that we're all wanting to know.
It's a great question.
And Tim, I'd love to hear your take on it, man. What do you think?
Yeah. So I would just say the first thing is I would say you got to embrace the awkward. And don't let worshiping in your house or in your kitchen or around your family members stop you from getting into God's presence. Yeah. I would encourage you just to focus on the words. Do everything you can to lose yourself in that moment. Yeah. And it's just like anything. Practice makes perfect. So you're not going to feel great about it at first, but the more you do it, the more you're going to encounter God's presence. God's not limited to a building. God's just as present in your house as he is here at this building. So I would say just embrace the awkward, go for it, and you'll encounter him.
That's good.
What about you, man?
Yeah, pretty similar to your answer. I mean, it's just one of those things where we have to kind of just get used to what is being called the new normal.
Yeah.
You know, it's always, it's going to feel weird because it's just not what we're used to. Mm-hmm. But the more you just kind of get out of your head of what exactly is expected and just, sort of embrace what's in front of you and like fully embrace it, that's when it just comes a little easier.
Yeah.
It's all about repetition, man.
There's no easy answer to that. You just got to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Cove Students, it's Nigel here. We hope that you enjoyed this video today. And hey, if you did enjoy it, make sure that you follow the Instagram Cove Students page. That's Cove_Students. We got content coming out almost every day. We got devotions. We got all kinds of cool stuff. So make sure you don't miss out on that. And also on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., we have YouTube videos, our own YouTube channel that's under Cove Students. We have worship, we have messages, or just fun stuff that you guys might want to see. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. Well, that's all I got. We'll see you next time.